Welcome to my stream. Just waiting for some people to get in chat if they're going to. I don't know which one I want. Load game 2 or resume current game. Hey, Monmouth, welcome. I guess just resume current game. I don't know what the difference is. Load game 2 is this a manual and this is an autosave or something? Current game saves automatically as you play. You can also manually save copies at any point, yeah. Yeah, I'll just resume. It's gone 6 p.m. Yeah, so we have no use for the Black Mirror, yeah. Don't know how. Just this? Do we have... Simon's replies to the Black Mirror. James is into New Age mysticism. James thinks the government is tracking him. Emma says James is creepy. James was selling them last Friday. Knew Kate had bought a mirror. Demonstrated how to use the mirror. Says the mirror doesn't work. And then Rebecca has never seen the Black Mirror. This stuff here, I would guess, is what we want to use in talking with James, but I don't know. Okay, let me do this. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to this. Yeah, I did a little screen grab of those clues. So when we're actually talking with James, I can say, yo, dude, and see if any of this stuff I can apply in my conversation. Any of this. Okay, so let's go down. Next one, and then we can go up to the farm, right? Yeah.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay. So, Emma thinks James is creepy. It's fine. I mean, I don't think that's really a clue per se, but okay. It's just part of her comments on it, right? When we asked. James was selling them last Friday. Let's see. Makes the scrying mirrors. Practice only makes the mirrors for others. Okay, that does not contradict so far. Because, for example, he sold mirrors last Friday and knew that Kate had bought one. Hasn't been to the pub for over 2 months. But so here's the one problem on this particular thing right now is he says he's not been there for 2 months, but it's not he that said he sold them last Friday at the pub, right? It was Emma who said that. So that does not show a contradiction in his own words. And since that's the primary mechanic for this game, unless I have some way show up in my options of dialogue to say Emma said that was different, otherwise... Profit. Experience for other packs for reasons. So I don't see something that I don't see yet. I'm going to run through the whole set of stuff, but I don't see something so far that, in James's own words, places him at the pub last Friday, despite the fact that Emma said that he was there. Let's see if we can find something else that is contradictory. This does not contradict really, right? Because just because he sells her a mirror doesn't mean he socializes with her, right? Oh, but this does. Also, this also conflicts, right? Can't remember the last time he saw Kate, except that Emma said he was there last Friday. But again, that's his word versus Emma's word. I have to find his own words contradicting, right? Let's see. Simon's Homebrew. Doesn't recognize the card. I'm not seeing anything that he's said that, in his own words, places him there last Friday. Let's see what else we could latch on to. So we've already shown that I cannot find a contradiction with doesn't remember when he last saw Kate. Right? Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend, Emma. That's fine. Doesn't socialize with her. I don't see conflict so far. Didn't know about Simon's bike. Last saw Simon a month ago. Very well possible. James wouldn't know about the bottles, of course. That's just right above this. No, homebrew. Traded herbal tea for the homebrew. Says the homebrew is really strong. Doesn't recognize the necklace. Window, cardboard mask. I wonder if maybe we can find
Thank
something...
you. Probably be back later.
I wonder if we can find something else up above in his greenhouse, maybe. We were there before, but that doesn't mean that there's not something we missed or something new to find. But I don't see anything. Just exit. Nobody at the restaurant, right? Yeah. At least right now. Okay.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Because we've gone back to the university since, right? I mean, since we hit 6 o'clock and talked to Rebecca about this, and she suggested talking to Ryan. We've gone back to the university since, right? But we've not been able to find Ryan about, at least yet. So I do remember we got inside and looked around, but there was, except for maybe one thing to analyze, otherwise there was literally nothing there. So, in terms of things we could use in our investigation. Okay, she didn't know Kate very well. She saw Kate in the pub last Friday, but didn't see who Kate was with. £20 for the broken window. Kate was very drunk. Didn't know Simon made homebrew, buys from a microbrewery, doesn't buy from kitchen breweries. She's not seen someone wearing the necklace recently. Which could be true. I mean, it'd be weird if she had the necklace on and took it off, and then didn't have it while she was at the pub, and then put it back on again. That would be a little strange to me. It's not like it was a wedding ring where she's trying to hide some relationship that she was in or something. Kate would have been wearing a necklace, probably either way, right? Doesn't really mean much in terms of being able to hang out with people or get picked up by a guy or pick up a guy or whatever. However that all plays out, right? It doesn't really make sense that she would not have it on only in the pub. So I don't think... Okay. Broken window. Heard about an argument between two girls outside. Window's broken Friday at 6:30. Taped over the broken window to make it safer. Strict about barring clients. Broke the window during an argument. Excuse me. Hey, Phil Fox, welcome. It's going well. How you doing? I don't know if you watched. Probably not, because I think I put it on private because I need to break it up into pieces. But last week we played this as well. Basically, we've been having. So this woman, Kate Vine, died. And we're a police investigator. We're trying to go through the events by talking to different people and looking for clues. And when we talk to people, we're looking for contradictions. That's why the name is called Contradiction. We're looking for contradictions in the things people have said. What they say they know versus something else they said that shows they know more. So for instance, here, this woman we're talking to right now, her name is Rebecca. She said she didn't. Let's see, how do we say this? So Rebecca runs the local pub. Okay. Kate Vine had been there the previous Friday. So, this is like Tuesday or something, I think. So anyway, Friday, Kate Vine had been at the pub, and Rebecca said she didn't really know who broke her window outside the pub. Yes, with real people, that's right, yep. So Rebecca said she didn't know who broke her window, except that Kate gave Rebecca £20 for the broken window. So Kate paid for the broken window, but Rebecca didn't know who broke the window. Why would Kate give money for a window that she didn't break? Right? So you're looking for contradiction. So that resulted in this contradiction where we got some clarification. Oh, well, yeah, actually. Sometimes the contradiction might be on purpose. They're trying to be deceptive. And sometimes the contradiction might be they don't remember things fully. Like they didn't put pieces together. They just kind of assumed one thing and then, but you said this, so that can't be true, right? And they're like, oh, you're right. So it just depends. Sometimes they're shady and sometimes they're not. Kate Vine is the girl who was murdered. So we're trying to find out how that all happened. Who killed her, why, how, all of that, right? So Kate Vine is the murder victim. Kate Vine is dead. And we're trying to talk to different people. The woman with whom we're in dialogue right at this moment, her name is Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca is the one we're talking to right now. Kate is the one who's dead. Got it? So anyway, I don't know. I thought there was a conflict here before, but it's not, right? She said she hasn't seen the license before. Oh, there is this. No? Okay. Because she said she's strict about barring clients. But she also said she didn't see Kate's license. Is she not checking to make sure people are old enough? But that's possible. Because this is in the UK, so. Yeah, Kate liked to overindulge in booze. That's the other thing. Is there a clue for that? Because I don't remember seeing a clue. Oh, very drunk? And maybe that? No, not enough. Everybody is a potential suspect? We don't know. We don't know enough yet. We're only in hour 2 of our investigation, so Yeah, Kate was emotionally distressed. Where are we? Here? We don't know. Wait. Yeah, I don't remember for sure, but I don't think we know fully. I think she was found at the end of a pier, like her body was found. Like, so there's a lake, right? And she was found on the shore of one lake. In fact, let me do this.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Let me do this. I will just replay the prologue so that you can get caught up with the basics, okay? So here's the whole backstory before we got started.
My name is Jenks, Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder. Kate Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records suggests that in reality, she had become adept at hiding behind a mask. A lab report indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood, along with the late hour of her death and a lack of witnesses, makes a strong case that this was suicide. But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned? Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it? Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death. Based in a large, stately home on the outskirts of the village, the exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan Rand. Both were interviewed following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married to Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had. Simon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighboring village. He started at the Atlas course a few months ago. Simon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting, but the sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight. It's time for some answers.
Okay, so that was everything leading up to the start of the game. And we've done some interviewing since, so we'll talk to different people and try to see we found one contradiction by Simon, one by Rebecca, and then two by Emma so far. James, I've not found a contradiction with James yet, but James looks and acts shady. So he's already, I'm like itching to find a contradiction and catch him in his words because he seems really shady to me. Like super sus. Oh, I just hit escape. Oh, there we go. Tips, map. I'm sure this will be similar to the greenhouse or the whatever by James's place, but let's see what we find behind the pub again. Yeah, nothing new in here. So this game will have clear icons like this. So when there's something to analyze, there will be a magnifying glass in the corner or whatever. Okay, so nothing there. So far, nothing new in going back over the grounds. We did find a couple of new things the first time we went through these areas again. Just nothing new since then. And we've been to Atlas already. We've gone inside. But we've never found anything in here either. So again, you need a magnifying glass to do like an analysis or whatever. Like examination of a room. So we don't have those. This just goes back where we came from. So we have the lounge door to the left and a door to the right. If we go that one, it's an empty room that presumably is some kind of relaxation slash maybe further discussion room or something. And then if you go to the left, which is the lounge door, nobody answers. So, and again, it's basically that and then leave. So, there's nothing in Atlas. Nothing new, I should say, for now. There might be later, but for now, no. What was this again? Just where it split? So Simon last saw Kate at the Atlas meeting on Friday. Did not associate with her outside of Atlas. She often seemed drunk at Atlas. She knew Kate, or he knew Kate at college, but they did not socialize. Doesn't know anything about the license. I wonder, I just had a thought. What about go behind the pub. Okay, there's the broken window. Or not? Where is it that I look for the broken... Where is it that I see the broken window? Oh, right here. Yeah, it is here. Okay, so then if I do this and I try using this, can I compare? No. See, this is the thing, though. This is the shady thing. This right here, this specific pattern on this tape, this matches... Well, when we were looking at them, looking at it more closely, the broken window had a piece of tape that matches this on her driving license. So it's the same tape. But so far I've not been able to link those. I asked everybody about the driver's license. Nobody knows about the driver's license, which seems wrong. Seems like somebody should know, but...
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, so Emma Lee lives with Simon. Simon currently is in one room. Oh, how do I say this? So Emma's in one room working on a project. So Simon's in another room to not bother Emma. So when we talk to him, we just choose if we're talking to Emma or to Simon when we... Where is... I didn't think that so much, but the fact that Simon... Because, so if Kate had a license, wouldn't Kate be able to give Simon a lift to the Atlas meetings? But she didn't know that Kate lost her license. Well, why do you think Simon was taking the bike to the meetings? I don't know. I wonder if... Hang on. Let me see. Let's move this up here, actually. And then... this. Maybe there. Then you can see things down here more easily. And then I'll just move these all the way to the bottom corner. It's gonna take forever. Let's just drag it. There. Now you can even see all of this. So when the contradictions I bring up, you can see those that way. And then I'm mostly out of the way. A little bit up here. this up here will be a little bit interfered with, but you can read the clues here more easily. And then of course any subtitles for when they're speaking are down here. So yeah, I think that's good. Lots of new jewelry. This was one of the contradictions. We knew she had an argument with Kate at the pub on Friday, but she had gone to see her parents Thursday night supposedly. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That's not the contradiction. But,
Did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't in the village?
No, I went home last Thursday night, actually, to see my parents.
But you do visit the pub.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know Rebecca quite well. We all went there quite a bit after college.
Hey, Silhouette, welcome. See, some of the things, like where she pauses at the wrong moment and she repeats words, it's a clear sign that something she's saying is not on the up and up, right? She has to rework what she's saying to make sure it matches with what she's trying to tell the inspector versus what reality is, right? So, anyway. It's not a contradiction. I just wanted to choose something else. I don't know how to clear out the first one, though, so. No. I was thinking, why she's known Rebecca all this time and never met Ryan, but I guess not. Possible, I suppose, right?
be back later on, if that's
So-
okay.
Okay. So the other option is also, rather than visiting each person, like going actually back to them and talking with them again. I didn't remember this realize this last week, but I can just actually go through stuff here and then see people's replies. Last saw Kate on Friday, not Thursday. Kate appeared her usual self, was argumentative at college, had a drink problem at college, and she didn't see Kate very often. Saw Kate at the Atlas meeting. Yeah, so the bike belongs to Simon's cousin. It's the only way Simon can get to work. Says he doesn't know anything about the broken pub window. Did he not talk to Emma about it since the time it was busted? Don't know any more about who the friend is she took with her when she visited Monday night. Hasn't been to the pub for over 2 months, but Kate was planning on seeing if she could buy another necklace from him. So if James had not been to the pub in 2 months, where was the exchange going to be made? Obviously not at the pub. Doesn't mean those two things contradict. I'm just asking questions, trying to figure out what's going on, right? She doesn't like beer, only drinks wine, and hates spirits. Traded herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. Hyman's homebrew is really strong. Didn't know he made any. Doesn't buy from Kitchery breweries. Buys from a microbrewery. So. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think what the next contradiction would be. I am sleepy. I didn't sleep well last night. I woke up and on my, I don't know what it was, my brain stem or something. Anyway, so I've been kind of groggy all day. That's fine. We'll be fine. But I gotta. I don't know. Any thoughts? You guys have any thoughts about contradictions I'm missing? I'm gonna stop wearing my hat. I don't know what it is. Some hats, like that one in particular, are really hot. There's like this dome of heat on my head, which makes me even more sleepy than I already was. So, anyway. Yeah. I already got... Oh, yeah. I can do... What is... This. Let's do the chief call too, because I can't remember. He had made another suggestion, right? Let's ask him. Oh, he pointed out that if Kate was desperate for money, why'd she break a window? And then why'd she own up and give Rebecca some money for it? But who do I ask about that? I can ask half of that with Rebecca and half of that with Emma, but not the whole thing with either of them. How is this helpful? Right? Emma could tell me that Kate was desperate for money. Rebecca could not. Rebecca doesn't know Kate was desperate for money. Only Emma knows that. They both know she broke the window, but the why is not known by both, right? Emma doesn't know why she broke the window. She just knows she did. It's this whole... You get part here and part here. How do you get them to contradict? They're not... you can only... The mechanics in this don't allow you to say, oh, but so-and-so says. That's not how this game works. So I can't do that. I can't say, oh, well, this person pointed something else, Like, I've got the clues, but I can't do that because the game won't let me bring stuff from what so-and-so said over to what so-and-so said. It's frustrating because I know the contradictions, but I can't find them within the words of the one person, which is apparently the only way you can do it in the game. I can't bring up conversation bits from somebody else, only when they have their own words contradict. It's a cool idea, but it's very frustrating. Okay, if I go only conversation with Emma, what out of this can I use from Emma? Kate was desperate for money. Yeah, Emma knew that. Kate broke the window. Emma knew that. Kate gave $20 to Rebecca. Emma doesn't know that. See, so there's the contradiction. Kate's desperate for money, but she pays 20 and gives it to Rebecca. But Emma doesn't know that she paid the 20. So I could say to Emma, hey, Kate's desperate for money, but I can't tell her, oh, by the way, 20 pounds for the window. I can't do that because this is not helpful. I don't understand how this helps. How? If I can't bring up new conversation bits, how in the crap is that helpful? I don't understand.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
I don't understand what... See, this is on Thursday. So what happened between Thursday and Friday also? Half the time I'm clicking stuff just to clear this out because the very next thing I click is going to be, oh, do a comparison. That's not what I mean. Anyway.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. Yeah, I went straight home after Atlas on Friday.
I don't know.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Ask you a couple more things, please.
Yeah, like something person A says contradicts with what person B says. The trouble is, the only mechanic I have in this is to grab two conversation pieces from the one person and do that comparison. So unless person A also says what person B said, knowing what person B said about that doesn't help. Yeah, like honestly. Exactly. I don't. Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. It's like a bit frustrating because if I know that what you're saying contradicts with what this other person said, that only is nifty. Zexor knows more information. It doesn't help me with being able to bring anything up. James gave Jenks the black mirror. Okay. Makes black scrying mirrors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like there could be contradiction between one person and another person, but you can only bring up the contradictions with stop. Hang on. Fix my stupid thing is not. Anyway. Remove this! It won't let me. Can't. Yeah, I don't have any information telling me that the pendant... I suspect it could be, but I have no way of seeing that the pendant is an alternate method of scrying, so I can't use that, even if I suspect it. Seems like he spends more time, not that he hangs out all the time, but it seems like he spends more time with Emma than he does Simon, even though he knew Simon before Emma. Keep an eye on the images as well. Like this, for example, that I can't bring up. So not yet. Because I've been going through trying to figure out...
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I really don't. That clue from the chief is like, as far as I can tell, that clue is useless. Because it asks me to contrast information from two different sources that the mechanics in the game don't let me mix. So how do I use that? I don't understand.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Go now and do what? I don't know what that is, but okay. See you in a while if you get back, Faux Fox. That's all for the moment. Thank you.
All right, let's start talking to the chief again. I don't know. I really, honestly, pretty frustrating, honestly. I don't understand how his last clue, whatever. I've already rehashed it. I don't want to say it again. I missed what you said earlier. So that's why I'm asking. If I remembered, I wouldn't be asking. Sorry.
Is it Jenks by any chance?
Yes, Chief.
Surprise, surprise.
More news. Turns out the argument between Emma and Kate wasn't about money. Apparently, Kate was going to blackmail Ryan Rand because she had information that Ryan was having an affair with a student. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
How did Emma find out about it?
Well, they were friends, so I presume Kate just told her.
Policemen don't presume, Jenks. They find out. If Emma was trying to talk her out of it, she must have had a reason. There's something missing, Jenks. Find out what Emma had to do with it.
Okay, thanks, Chief.
Bye-bye.
Oh, picking them up. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Got it, Fofox. Sorry. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Much like in this mystery. So, thanks. Thanks for filling in the blank. Okay, I get it. Yeah, no problem. I'll see you when you get back. I probably can... I mean, there's a good chance I'll still be on. Because I'd like to make progress with this and not just sit around going, I don't know what's going on for like an hour like I've been doing, so. Contradiction, sawing crimes. Yeah. Alright.
Ask about a few more things, please.
She must have had a reason for trying to persuade Kate not to blackmail Ryan. She's never met Ryan.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Oh, 7 times. I don't want to see a cheat, though. I mean, I know I'm getting frustrated, but I don't want to see a cheat if I can help it. Okay.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
I'm behind with a couple? Really?
Thank you.
I
Probably
didn't
be
know.
back
Okay,
later.
so after every little bit of information, I have to go do more calls. I didn't realize that was a thing. Like, I didn't know that you could do the chief call in the first place to get more stuff. But then, okay, let's see if there's anything more. I'm just not doing this often enough, I guess. It's not picking up this time. Yeah, I think I just have the 3. Well, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't. It's yeah. It's not. I don't care. I'm just saying. Knows Rebecca quite well. Maybe this is it. Persuade Kate not to blackmail Ryan. She knows Rebecca quite well. I wonder if maybe that's it.
A few more questions, please.
Yeah. Or maybe this and this. Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan. Emma wanted to dissuade Kate from doing that. Hmm. She went. Okay, Kate went to the pub, got drunk, or was drunk when she got there, depending, because she got drunk at college often. But anyway, went to the pub, was drunk, had an argument in the pub on Friday night. She wanted to blackmail Ryan over his affair. Emma tried to persuade Kate not to blackmail Ryan for some reason, although she apparently has never met Ryan. But I do these two, and it doesn't say that there's a... It's not a contradiction exactly, so maybe that's why, but it doesn't explain... So why would she not want Kate to blackmail Ryan? Because Rebecca's a friend? But I do that and that? No. She's never met Ryan, so why? But no. I do have my suspicions about the affair, by the way. But black suit, cowboy hat, and curved leather shoes in a small village while claiming to be a police officer. Are we sure we're not actually the villain of the story? Yeah, maybe. Because I don't know if Ryan has done a similar course before Atlas, so... excuse me. Okay, how do I ask this? I tried asking. I don't know why this particular game just I can't seem to piece the things together. Why would she want Kate not to confront Ryan? Or not to blackmail Ryan? The only things I could see are Emma's Rebecca's friend, so she doesn't want her friend to get hurt. I don't think that's the reason, but that's a possible motive for wanting Kate not to blackmail Ryan. Kate could get in trouble with Ryan, potentially with her grades and stuff, but I also don't think that's the reason. I'll say what I suspect. Emma herself was the person having an affair with Ryan, so Emma doesn't want Rebecca to find out that she was having an affair with Rebecca's husband. But in order to establish that, we have to establish that she actually knows Ryan. And right now, we don't have any contradictory anything to verify that, right? So I can't say hasn't met Ryan does not equate to doesn't know much about him. She might have heard a lot of stuff, but never actually met the guy, right? So I can't use, but you actually know the guy as some kind of contradiction, right? Oh, there is this. She went to an Atlas seminar with Simon, but she never met Ryan. Isn't Ryan the one that gives the course?
Aha.
Okay.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I.
Knew it.
I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
So you just argued and what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
"7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face."
Man, that was like pulling teeth. Gosh. Alright. I guess my brain just wasn't working. Try to be a little smarter going forward, okay? So really my frustration was really more with myself and my brain not working, I guess. It is still a little bit of a sticking point for me that I can't say, so-and-so said this, but you say that, those don't match up, and see if somebody slips up in their reply, but I guess whatever. Let's see if this has got anybody first. No. Even though it's a Friday and the lectures are generally on Friday. I know my webcam now is blocking this, but we're in the Atlas Reading Room Friday after 7 p.m. Let's just see if this...
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions. Is that all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
He's happy about that.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Sure he'd be willing. He really does not look happy to be answering questions. All right. Let's just start at the top. Boom.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course.
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
Yeah.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Okay. So saw Kate at an Atlas meeting last Friday. Kate was drunk at the meeting. He first met Kate 3 months ago at Atlas. Said she enjoyed the course and appeared happy. Hadn't suspected she had any emotional problems.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
I don't know why he stuttered a little bit there. No, at the beginning of his last reply. That seems a little strange, but I wouldn't expect he would know it, but he would know about the license, but...
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
I think Simon also drives. Okay.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
See, that would be more believable to me. That seemed like a straight answer. No nervousness in the answer. And there was no... There was a slight pause before saying it, meaning it wasn't like waiting for the very second Inspector Jenks asked it, but there was a small enough pause that it wasn't like he had to come up with an answer. So I think that's straight-laced for sure. I could be wrong. I could be misreading it, of course, but I think that's straight-laced.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Okay, so bird and cage is a symbol used in the course. Never bought a freedom necklace. He has seen students wearing them. Okay, so if students at the necklace... students at the course use the necklace, I'm pretty sure James said he's never seen the necklace, although he has... No, he's not. I was wrong. He's not ever been to the course, according to what he said. That's right. He said that he had heard about it from Simon, but he'd never actually gone. So I think that's okay on James. I don't think that's a contradiction on James.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
I don't like the way he ended it. Very health and safety conscious these days. I don't like the way he ended that at all, but okay. No, it's like super forced grin, which, okay.
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. I had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess, the mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we've dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
So made by a friend who died last year. Symbol represents the triple goddess and symbol not used on the course. Okay.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks?
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Poster designed by an agency was the first poster for Atlas, and the name was picked randomly. Okay.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the Manor House about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Doesn't know about the argument. Usually leaves for Atlas about 6, and starts preparation at 6:30. Okay.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Used to have a black mirror himself. Used to read about black magic and satanic rituals. Doesn't believe in anything supernatural now. Okay, let's see. Those were designed by an agency. And let's go back up here first. Okay, last saw Kate at an Atlas meeting where she was drunk. She enjoyed the course and appeared happy, although she was drunk all the time. Like, what the frick? Like, how... Those two things don't generally go together, right? I mean, somebody who's drunk a lot in a short amount of time, I could see that, because maybe they're just celebrating a lot, right? Or whatever. But somebody who is habitually drunk does not bespeak somebody who is happy. People don't usually... They might have a drink, even daily, if that's their thing. They might have a drink or something just to kind of relax or something. But somebody who gets actually drunk all the time, generally it's a sign that there's some trouble that they're trying to either relax from, or depending on how drunk they get, potentially forget, right? Where they get like so drunk that they're close to blackout drunk, so just like they don't think about that trouble, but they do that all the time because they're like never wanting to confront that reality for whatever reason, right? Yeah, seriously. Didn't suspect she had emotional problems, but she was drunk all the time. I think let's see if there's another
That's
object.
it for the time being. Thank you.
Let's see if there's an object I can find around before I go asking more questions. There might not be, but just in case. Nothing to examine here. No, don't see anything that way. Or that way. Couple of
Mind
people.
not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You gonna give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
Okay.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
Okay, so we got something more. Let's keep going. Just in case there's even more. So far, no, though.
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam something. Poor sod.
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station, find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Alright, Jax, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Edenton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. I mean, you've got your work cut out, Jexy.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Right, well, good luck with that and see you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to use the restroom really fast. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Yeah, sorry about earlier. I don't know. I have this bad thing not usually, but every so often, I just let myself get really frustrated by a game, and I really need to not do that. Okay, anyway, yeah, we're right here. Let's just go ahead and talk to James about this, and then also maybe if we do happen to maybe find some contradiction in something he says too, maybe.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
For now, let's just ask about more stuff that we've found out, right? So we've got just these two, I guess, right? There was the one... Yeah, just these two for now. Okay, let's start with this.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Your finger symbol means, or is a symbol used in Satanism, has not seen anybody local using it.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
So he was in Liam's year, but a different course. His degree is in plant science. Heard about Liam after he killed himself, and he never met Liam. Okay.
Thank you.
For now,
Probably
let's
be
just
back
gather.
later.
Let's just gather the information. Nothing stuck out to me to ask him for contradictory, like point out contradiction in what he said. So go behind the Brandon house. Did we have this earlier? I don't remember if we had this. I feel like we might have. Let's do this anyway, just to see. Yeah, we've been here, but no, there's nothing. Still. For now. Okay. Yeah, we've been there, just never found anything there last time. And I didn't remember. I remembered there was an additional place, not just going to the farm where James is, but I also remembered there was an additional kind of side area, not counting the pub, we could go in, and I thought that was it, but I just couldn't remember for sure. Nobody's at the restaurant, I'm assuming, still? Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing somebody will show up at some point, otherwise we wouldn't keep being able to turn here. It's kind of pointless, right? If this were real life, of course, I would obviously be looking at things like that anyway, just in case I happen to know somebody there. But in a game, it wouldn't be there if it didn't have some point. Okay.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Let's see if there's anything more. I still feel like this and that tape, that same patterned tape, being on the window itself outside, paired with a license is suspicious. But yeah, maybe I'll eat there. Maybe I'll try to find out what the actual real life pub is where there's a shot, and I'll go have a bite there, see what it's like. Broken pub window. Okay, cardboard mask. I mean, that would require me to fly there and then find it and then eat there, probably bring somebody with me so I wouldn't have to eat alone, and then the whole return trip. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but if I'm going to the UK anyway at some point, then it would be interesting to try track it down, maybe. Exactly. Well, that's my point, though. Like, at least he could bring it up in conversation, right? Say, like, he shows her the license. I'm surprised Rebecca didn't say anything, but if she didn't, at least the Detective Jenks should say, I did notice this bit of tape here matches the tape you've used on the window outside. Do you have a roll of tape around somewhere where you use this tape for pretty much all of your taping requirements or whatever, right? But that was never said. That's why I'm like a little bit like, what? Thinks the mask is Ryan's, suggests asking Ryan about the mask. These aren't contradictory in her words, though. Even if Ryan doesn't think he's never had it himself and he doesn't really use it, they don't use it in the course anymore. Even that, on Ryan's part, isn't exactly a contradiction. And then here, for sure, these don't contradict, so. She's not a hottie, she's a murderer. I mean, she had... Several people have potential motive, right? If Ryan found out that Kate was going to blackmail him or had knowledge about his affair, he might have reason to want Kate dead. Also, Emma might have reason to want Kate dead. I don't think Emma did, but she does have motive, technically, right? Rebecca might have motive to want Kate dead if Kate was going to blackmail. But the thing is, I think Rebecca has less motive to want Kate dead. She has more motive to want Emma dead, less motive to want Kate dead, right? Because Kate wasn't the one having the affair. Now, in fairness, though, Kate wanting to blackmail Ryan is sketchy, right? But advertising poster. See, these are contradictory with what Ryan said, but I can't point that out, right? She says the poster was designed last year. Ryan says the poster was designed for their first year. And supposedly the program's been going for a few years. So this is not a last year poster. But I can't bring that up with Ryan because it's what Rebecca said, not what Ryan said. So... Because Emma's the one having the affair. Why? What do you mean, why would she care about Emma? Emma's having the affair. She would want revenge on the person who stole her man from her, as the idea goes, right? I don't understand why she wouldn't have motive to kill Emma. But she would... I don't see why she would have motive to kill Kate. Kate was not having the affair with Ryan. Emma was. So if Kate knew about the affair, but was not the one actually having the affair, why would Rebecca want Kate dead? Yeah, Ryan was having an affair with Rebecca. Ryan and Rebecca are married. And Ryan was having an affair with Emma. Kate found out about the affair and was going to blackmail Ryan over the affair. But I think the blackmail, as far as blackmails go, was fairly benign. Meaning, I think Kate probably was just like, just give me good grades and this will all go away. I'll forget all about the affair. Yeah. And so I think that's all Kate was doing. I don't think Kate wanted money or whatever. I think all Kate basically was probably saying was, yeah. So I think all Kate was doing for her blackmail was just, give me a good grade and I won't say anything. Right? So, but also Kate had no reason to tell Rebecca because that would undermine her own blackmail. So unless Rebecca found out another way, Rebecca wouldn't have even known that Kate knew about it, first of all. And Emma was the one having the affair, so Rebecca would have wanted Emma dead, not Kate. Kate's death would be more likely to be something either tied to the satanic, because that's where that symbol on the tree comes in, right? Hey, Phil Fox, welcome back. And yeah, that's true. Kate did need the money, so Kate might have asked for money. That's true. That's true, but we also don't know that Kate did the blackmail. That's another thing we're operating on. We don't actually know if that happened, right? Kate told Emma that she planned to blackmail him. Doesn't mean she actually did the blackmailing yet, though. No, we didn't finish. Why do you think we finished? This is still the game screen. Are you seeing something else? No, we're not done. This is far from over. We're only like in the third hour. We did progress, though, so I can tell you what happened briefly. Basically, so there was the contradiction. I did finally spot it, but it took me a while. My brain just wasn't wrapping around that particular thing, which was that Emma said she never had met Ryan. But Emma said she had gone to one course, or not one course. She'd attended one lesson at Atlas. Atlas is like this business course, okay? So Emma went with her boyfriend Simon and attended the Atlas course one time. She said she never met Ryan, but Ryan is the primary lecturer for the Atlas course. So if she never met Ryan, then she couldn't have gone to the course because Ryan would have been teaching. So that was the contradiction. So then once we found that, we rolled forward to the next hour. So it's 7 p.m. on Friday night now. Oh, no. Well, these are things I've been discussing, kind of thought dump, right? I'm kind of churning through ideas. Think tank, sort of. Anyway, so that was the contradiction we found with Emma. That rolled the clock forward to 7. Then we went and talked to Ryan at the Atlas, or at one of the offices in the building where Atlas holds their meeting. And in his office, we talked with Ryan about several of the different things. I'm not going to go through all of them. When we see Ryan again, I'll summarize for you. Anyway, we talked to Ryan about several things there. Okay? But one of the more notable points is that Ryan, once upon a time, was interested in things like Satanism. Okay? That's important because after we left Ryan, we went through the park again looking to see if we saw any additional stuff. Okay, looking to find any additional clues that might be lying around. We saw a student carving this symbol, this symbol, into a tree. When we now, since that point, we've asked James, that's who we're talking to right now, or no, that's who we last talked to. Anyway, so we saw this symbol being carved into a tree. We since then talked to another character named James about that. James said this is a major symbol in Satanism. Ryan was interested in Satanism when he was younger, and James says that this symbol we saw was tied to Satanism. Now, add to that, also in the park on the way back, we saw a drunk guy basically saying it was too bad that Kate recently drowned. There was also a suicide the previous year. A guy named Liam, who was also attending the course that Ryan teaches. So, Ryan believed in Satanism when he was younger, says he's given it up, but he believed in Satanism when he was younger. We saw a Satanism symbol carved into a tree, and James identified it as such. And then the drunk guy in the park said that Liam was taking Ryan's course the previous year, and Kate was also taking Ryan's course this year. So 2 suicides within 2 years, very possibly having ties, or very probably having ties to Satanism, something that Ryan claims to have given up, but was interested in when he was younger. And both of those students also having attended Ryan's course specifically. That's like 2 or 3 ties directly to Ryan with Satanism and the suicide. evidence, right? So that's super sus. Anyway. So that's kind of... Yeah, but this is a contradiction between what Rebecca says and what Ryan says. But again, I cannot bring Rebecca's conversation points up in Ryan's conversation. We're trying to find contradictions within the same character, right? So her contradiction is here. She says the poster was designed last year. In our conversation with Ryan, he said the poster was designed their very first year of doing Atlas. And Atlas has supposedly been going on for several years now. So this is not last year. This is several years ago. Or it is last year and Ryan is lying. Either way, though, Rebecca says versus Ryan says. He says, she says, can't use that to show somebody contradicting their own words. So. Weirdo self-development course, like the forum. A friend dragged me along to introduction to a hotel once. It was weird. Hundreds, thousands for... Oh, I've actually been dragged to one of those. Yeah, I got super cult vibes when I got dragged to one of those and was like, yeah, hell to the no. Yep. For people who already have everything they need in life. Well, then why would I want to pay for the forum? Oh, that was their hook? My hook was... not my hook. The hook for the group that was trying to pull me was... I'm trying to remember. Something like... all of these great people from history. And he had like... like Eisenhower, U.S. President Eisenhower and Winston Churchill and stuff like that, saying things. I think they even had a Confucius quote. Anyway, all these like famous people who supposedly were really who were really influential in their time, right? All these things these people have said, they cherry picked these quotes so that they could support the idea of their organization, saying, hey, because all these people agreed with us, obviously this is the right thing to do, right? Sounds kind of like what Atlas might be in this game, right? Might be some kind of a, we're going to improve your life, it's going to be amazing, and it's really an empty promise, right? Yeah. Anyway, so this was a contradiction I saw, but it's only one person versus another, so I cannot bring up a person contradicting their own words, right? The game's subtitle, it's contradiction, and then it's can you spot the liar? So we're looking for people who are lying, not somebody else's word versus their word. We're looking for them lying within their own words. Anyway, okay, so advertising poster, scrying mirror, never seen one. Okay, so these are two new pieces of evidence. This is the hand carving in the tree that I was telling you about, and then Liam's death the previous year that I was telling you about, Faux Fox. And both of those, since getting those clues, we've only asked James about those since then. So we keep talking with people about these to see what the other people may know and see if more contradictions arise, right?
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why, is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
Is it meant to mean something? That's interesting. That'd be almost like saying it doesn't look like a suspicious look. But okay, fine. Fine. So she doesn't recognize the symbol, Liam's death. And that has nothing to do with the actress or, it's just the writing. It was interesting. It's like saying I dreamed a dream or I shopped a shop or, okay, whatever. Because you could say like I shopped, I don't know. I shopped some famous store or something, right? Anyway.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
Okay, so Liam was in a band called Blackstone. She used to let him play his band play in the pub, but she didn't know Liam very well. She seems to not know a lot of people very well. suspicious.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I mean, I get that she's just the manager of the pub, and/or she like that, and/or she is just served drinks at the counter, like as a bartender or something. I get that, but it still strikes me as a little strange that it's like she knows nobody at the pub. Which does seem weird. If it were a big city or something, maybe not so weird. Unless you had a regular customer or something. But if this is a small village, small town, you would think they would know more about each other, right? I guess not. Okay, there's nothing new here. Oh, wait, what is that building? No. Stop. This is, what is this? The village hall. Oh, this probably wouldn't open until the next morning, I would guess. Okay, anyway. Left along Woods Lane. Okay, so I think I've looked at everything in the woods also. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Hang on. Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought we were about to enter the woods, but we're not. I mean, we are, but we're not quite there. Okay, so we'll talk to Emma and then
A few
Simon.
more questions, if you don't mind. If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks. What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I no longer get the arrow to go to ask Simon. Is Simon not home?
There you go. Come on. Cute.
Previously in a conversation with Emma, it let me. There was an arrow.
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I had no idea you were a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Not here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
We've already been there. That's a little strange. Anyway. Wouldn't you know him a little more since he played? I mean, you would think they would need to at least have some kind of financial arrangement for the payment, right? Unless he managed that through Ryan, Rebecca's husband. But that doesn't make sense because it sounds like Rebecca is wholly in charge of that. The pub owner? That's Rebecca is the pub owner. Okay, hand carving symbol.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase. Free to be free. Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and a doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
So you
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
Yeah, see, like this visit Emma arrow. I guess because of this new interaction with the cooking and stuff, that's probably why we didn't have that arrow. Yeah. So guilt is basically useless, he says. It just destroys lives. So you should never feel bad about anything you do. You should never use that guilt to motivate you to not repeat bad behavior. That seems a little counterproductive. But okay.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his life.
Oh, that Liam. Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
So we've now hit James, Rebecca, Simon, and Emma. Okay, so let's go back to Atlas and talk to Ryan.
We're just starting a session, do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Okay.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Interesting. I wonder if how much he'll be willing to talk now. If they're about to start. Anyway.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Heard about Liam's suicide. Met Liam in the pub, and Liam seemed happy.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
Thinks fingers is a devil sign. Doesn't know how the finger symbol could be used. So... See, again, this is the contradiction between characters, not within one character, right? Like, clearly, Simon says it's used in the course and it has the 3 representations. But...
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase, free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Okay. No. Simon seems legit. Well, in that particular point, at least, maybe. I feel like he was not legit on some earlier stuff we covered, but it's not stuff we covered tonight, so you wouldn't have seen it. And in fairness, I'm not saying he's not legit overall, like he's not truthful generally. I'm just saying there were some sticky points where he contradicted himself. I would want to lack some imagination. Oh, if it yeah. So rather have riches than imagination, yeah. You could have both. There are successful writers and filmmakers and so on, but yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Probably be back later.
So we now have, and you can see that with our conversation with Ryan just there, we now have one additional piece of information to ask people, which is that phrase that, you know, freedom to be free or whatever, right? That we got from Simon, right? So we asked Ryan about it here, and Simon gave it to us. So we can ask Emma, Rebecca, and James about it. Plus, we might have a new location that Ryan just gave us, which is the village hall, because his dad was there. Although, again, I mean, we had the location, but nothing there. We might find something now, but not necessarily. So nothing new here, but this is where they used to hold. So at some point, probably, well, I mean, obviously, because you can go here too, right? But I would say probably at some point we're going to need to get a clue from there. Okay, so let's talk to Emma here.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Unfortunately, you would be wrong. Simon apparently agrees with it. Phrase about not feeling guilty. Doubts Simon agrees with it fully. Don't want that one. I want this one, I think. Maybe. Well, it's kind of not. It kind of, what I want is where she doesn't agree with it at all. Well, that's not a contradiction, though. That's actually straight in line, right? She doesn't agree that you should not feel guilty about something. And so, she had a problem. She started feeling guilty when Kate was going to potentially blackmail.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Interesting. Nope, still nobody in the restaurant. Okay.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
You mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Knows about the phrase, believes people can get hung up on guilt.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Okay.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Yeah. Could be. Depends on what's in the song too, I think. But yeah, definitely could be. Okay, so bird and cage is a symbol used on the course. Has never bought a freedom necklace. Has seen students wearing it. Finger symbol refer to the three freedoms. Atlas student Kyle. Yeah, I feel like so far of all the characters we're talking to, I feel like all of them have something shady about them. Depending on how shady or not they may be, that depends on the character, of course, but... Nothing new yet. Okay, with Chief. Let's... Nothing really at the end of the street either. Okay. Let's see. Let me... Ryan says he thinks it's a devil sign. Doesn't know how it could be used. Doesn't recognize it. Not seeing anyone local using it. Black stone. See, James said didn't somebody say that Liam was taking the Atlas course? Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought somebody said that. But all this says from James, all this says is that James was in the same year as Liam, but a different course, and that James was doing plant science. Doesn't say what course Liam was doing, though. I was kind of hoping calling the chief or whomever was at the police station would offer me the chance to get maybe a list of people who had been enrolled in the course or something. But I guess not. Okay. Still nothing here, maybe, but we'll see. Yep, still nothing. Yeah. I mean, I think that's right. Atlas... So Atlas doesn't actually take place at the college either, right? Or at the university. Atlas takes place at that manor house. It's an extension, like a course extension or whatever, maybe, from the college, but it's not actually part of the college. It's in a completely separate building, right? Let's see if I can go through Rebecca's stuff, see if she's got another contradiction for us.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Okay, let's go through the stuff she's talked about. She's seen students wearing the necklace, thinks it has a meaning, but hasn't seen anybody wearing one recently. I don't know, that doesn't exactly match. This still seems a bit contradictory to me, but I guess it's not. Or not enough. It's not a direct contradiction, maybe that's the point. Kate broke the window, right? So Kate would have been there. Broken the window. She also gave the 20 for the breakage, right? She saw Kate in the pub last Friday night, but nope. Okay. Because I think Kate would have been wearing it, right? Again, why would she take it off randomly just because she's in the pub? That doesn't make sense, but... Okay, so... People can get hung up on guilt.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Couple more questions, if that's okay?
So here's something, but he doesn't say it. I haven't seen the phrase, like in my list of things people have said, to be able to use it as a contradiction, right? But Ryan says that he met Liam in the pub, right? But Liam is taking his Atlas, or took his Atlas course like a year ago. I guess technically that's not necessarily a contradiction, though, right? Because he could have met Liam after Liam had enrolled, or like he could have met Liam in the pub after, or he could have met Liam in the pub either before or after Liam started the course. So in other words, he might have met Liam in the pub and then Liam enrolled in the course afterward. That could be true. So that's not a contradiction, really, right? because it's just it could be possible. Not really a contradiction though either. Yeah. That's not going to work either. Let's see. So what I'm angling at right now is Ryan said the mask was made by a friend who died last year. Liam died last year. Was that friend Liam? But I can't find a way, or I can't find a pair of contradictory statements that together could point to you knew Liam after all, more than maybe just the pub, or more you were more than just friends at the pub, or that sounded wrong. I'm not saying they were lovers or something on the side. I'm just saying, you knew Liam more than just the once at the pub. It wasn't just you knew him, you met him at the pub, and he was a little bit in your course. You were more involved because he had brought that mask with the symbol. But maybe not. The other option is there's that mask with the symbol made by your friend. The friend died last year, but that mask continued to be used. I don't know. Used to have a black mirror himself. Heard about Liam's suicide. Liam Pub. Yep, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. Our map doesn't cover the full extent of the village based on some of the shots, right? Like, we get to the end of the street, but the street does technically continue down, which could be the edge of the village, but since the street continued down, there were cars parked. Presumably there are places, dwellings, or other buildings on the sides of that street as you continue on. And that road could continue on to another village or to a larger city or something, right? That road could just continue, stay paved, and go on until the next location. But where really is the cutoff for the edge of the village, right? I'm not sure. But the implication is that it's a small village, that's right. Leaves for maybe it's the time. Leaves for Atlas at 6. Starts preparations at 6:30. Was there any time he gave that was a contradiction to that? I don't think so. There is this. She seemed to enjoy the course and was happy, but she was argumentative. But where is argumentative? Does he say she was argumentative somewhere? Because I don't remember seeing that from his stuff. I'm not comparing these. Okay, so this. That. I didn't see anything on the time. Like, no contradiction in time stamps. The argument with the broken window was at 7 p.m., right? So that would have definitely been after he would have left. Yeah, I don't see anything his talking about Kate being argumentative in the course.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
And for now, no more access to the reading room. I've already been on this timestamp, so I'm guessing nothing more on those, but might as well, while we're walking, but while we're going back the other direction, might as well just walk and see if something new shows up. You never know. Right in the woods left, we go left. See, this is less useful. It's useful in comparing what different people have said about something, but it's less useful in terms of comparing among the same person, right? But, I mean, we could still do it. It's a little bit more like clicking to get from one to the next. Let's see. James can't remember the last time he saw Kate. Knew her through Emma, didn't socialize with her. Let's see. Never heard the phrase free to be free. I'm now looking through stuff in case there's something I maybe want to use in an area. Driver's license. What if I go here? I think I did this though, didn't I? Tried using the driver's license here since you have the broken window. Pretty sure I did that, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So other things. So this. I didn't think this. The pagan things, along with the hand symbols, what I was looking at, but no. No correlation, okay. I mean, in that area at least, obviously. Elsewhere it could be, of course. So it doesn't matter what direction, still nothing more there. Okay, so the mask, the poster, scrying mirror also no, right? Yeah. Nope. Okay.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
There we go. There was a magnifying glass.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but it'd be interesting to see what he says about it.
Okay. Nothing new in here, I assume, right? No. Okay.
A few more questions, please.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope. Okay. Nope. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I doubt we're gonna get something from Rebecca on that, but might as well try. While I'm there, I'm thinking maybe talk to Simon about it specifically.
ask you a couple more things, please?
Do you know what these are?
Ah, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Okay,
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Leave that for the moment. A minty says, it really just a mint or a catnip? Yeah, that's right. It's a drug, but apparently it's a legal drug.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum?
Magic mint, same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Well, once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Right. I don't know that he does homebrew.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Oh, that is a good point, isn't it? Let's ask him about that. I
A
didn't even
few
think
more
about that.
questions, if you don't
Good
mind.
call. Yeah, so... Nope, apparently not. Apparently that's fine. Yeah, it could have been mixed already with something else or rolled up in like... Because maybe you smoke them, right? So maybe it was rolled up in like a cigarette casing, like cigarette paper.
Thank you.
All right.
Probably be back later.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for now. Let me do a manual save. I don't... Or can I? Save game 1, save game 2. Let's do save game 1. Well, it'll just resume, right? It auto-saves. So let's just not. Yeah, let's just... Oh, wait. I do want that, though, right? I want to... exit. All right. That's going to do it for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. I know it wasn't, I wasn't the most talkative. Trying to sift through clues often. My brain is focusing on that. So I don't tend to remember to, like, be as communicative. Sorry about that, but thank you. All right. So we will continue next weekend, of course. And I'm going to redo my last recording of Elix. Apparently it's just like kind of a mess, so I'll fix that. And I should have more content up soon on YouTube and BitChute. Till next time, peace.
Poor Spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.